Live.
We live. All right, I'm sending this tweet out real quick. Bam.
All right. Well, here I'll get the intro going here.
Go ahead.
So, welcome. It's your boy Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If you're wondering what the hell's going on, well, crypto is extremely volatile right now. Things are crashing. Things are burning. People are freaking out. Actually, it might not be that bad, but
I'm kidding. I'm not freaking
you're freaking out.
No, I'm kidding. Bitcoin is at 19.4. I mean, everything is literally in the gutter right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It is
We're also hearing rumors, guys, that FTX is limiting withdrawals on their corporate accounts to 25K.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
Are they really?
I'm dead serious. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into this FTX drama here, you guys. I'm going to swap over to my laptop. So the first thing I want to talk about is here. This is a tweet from Joe Consorti on Twitter. 400 million evaporated in less than an hour. The intervention is cracking. Either they continue draining reserves to prop it up, or Alameda plus FTX will undoubtedly be facing margin calls on the FTT collateralized loans. Let the fireworks commence. We also have this here, Alameda Research and SBF were liquidated on-chain for $3.4 billion today as the exchange native token FTT fell below $22, triggering the liquidation process. And this is the tweet I was referring to. Sam is running out of cash. What evidence do we have? FTT price tanking, capital controls, aka limits on withdrawals. This is a tweet, you guys. My fully KYC'd and previously unlimited corporate FTX US account now has a 25K restriction on fiat withdrawals to banks. Sam, question mark. Now, what are your thoughts on all of that, Rob? I mean, is FTX
summarize that for me again? So you have the corporate accounts being limited to 25K.
They're getting licked,
and then
they're getting liquidated, and we've seen massive liquidations. And I'll just swap over here again. We're seeing massive liquidations over the last 4 hours. $232 million of crypto has been liquidated, with ETH leading the way at $61 million, followed by Bitcoin and Solana. Over the last 4 hours, Solana's liquidations are $12.13 million. If we swap over to the 12-hour here, $19.59 million worth of Solana over the last 12 hours. Closing in on $400 million over the last day. But a lot of this, you guys can see here, a lot of these liquidations have happened over the last 12 hours, which is when everything really started to trickle down. And so I'll kind of let it to you, bro. Are the dominoes starting to fall here? Is FTX about to go under? So the withdrawal limits are only on corporate accounts. But who's to say that, hey, your average Joe account is not next, right?
You know, man, I would if you still got money on FTX, what the hell are you doing? I'm being real here, man. Like, why on earth would you still have money on this account? Maybe you've had a hard sleep and had notifications off on your phone and didn't realize it. If you are now watching this for the first time, run for the exits, man. I'm telling you. Okay, there's a couple things let's clarify here. Alameda Research is a separate company from FTX. The FTT token it's a token and it's not the actual platform. So hypothetically speaking, you could have Alameda Research go under and it not affect FTX. You could have the FTT token go under and not affect FTX. Hypothetically. But realistically, there's probably a lot of exposure on both of those platforms. At least on Alameda Research, if the FTT token goes under, then there is no doubt. When you look at their holdings, 80% of their holdings, or no, was it 80%? No, they have 80% of the FTT tokens. Anyways, they have so much of their company's value tied up into their own token. If their own token collapses, which is what we're seeing right now, we're going through the process of, all the value for the company goes under as well. And so how much exposure or how intertwined is FTX and Alameda Research and this FTT token? It'd be safe to say that there's probably a crazy amount of exposure on both ends. And so I don't know what this looks like going forward, bro. I really don't. Like, I would be really worried right now. We do got crypto stackers up in the chat too. What's up, brother? Yeah, we're just doing emergency stream. Yeah, man, it's just it's interesting. And now, what I want to know is how does this play into Solana? Because Alameda Research, their second biggest holding is of the Solana token. And if if they are out of, say, liquid cash, they're out of stable coins, and they have loans leveraged out that they are gonna get margin called on, they need to provide capital to prevent the liquidation or the margin call. How are they? What are they going to sell? The only thing they have left, if you're going to assume they're out of cash, it would be the Solana token, right? And they're the number one holder of Solana. So being the number one holder of Solana, outside of the founding members, the biggest investor. If they liquidate all of their Solana holdings, which another problem is that only a certain percentage, I think it's like, what was it, 20% of their Solana holdings is even illiquid, and the rest of it's locked up. And so
the number I'm not 100% sure on, but so we talk about Solana, but I went through and I found Alameda's portfolio. I also found FTX's portfolio. And so I want to share that with you guys. And I highlighted some key ones. So keep in mind, we're not trying to spread FUD. We're just trying to bring you information. But if you're a holder of any of these tokens, assume they still have tokens on their balance sheet and assume that they might have to liquidate. So proceed with caution. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. I'll do this. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Bam.
Boris says he has in his notes buy forced selling. So he's looking for a buy opportunity here.
Yeah.
I think actually Solana would be a good buy opportunity, honestly. But all right, maybe not right this second. But
so you got to let the dust settle. All right. So here we have from Crunchbase, we have Alameda Research. Okay, 184 total investments. They have been the lead on 32 of them. Okay, so a lot of these you're not going to know, but I highlighted a few of the ones you are going to know. Polygon's one of them. They invested $450 million in the venture round on February 7th of this year. You have Astar Network, which is part of the Polkadot ecosystem, $22 million in January of this year. Near Protocol, $150 million in their ICO, January of this year. You also have 1inch Protocol, which is a DEX, $175 million, December of last year. This was a Series B funding. And then you also have Sunday Swap coming in at 1.3 million, so not a lot there. This was back in September of 2021. And then I had a couple more here. Where to go? Okay, so I guess the highlights went away. But Solana is obviously on here. Here we go. Solana, $314 million invested in their ICO back in June of 2021. And we know for a fact they have a majority of these tokens still on hand on their balance sheet. And we have to assume, guys, also Helium is on there as well, $111 million in their ICO on August 10th of last year. We have to assume, right, if we want to cover our butts, we have to assume they still have a majority of these tokens on their balance sheet. And so if they're done liquidating Solana, what are they liquidating next? Polygon could be in the crosshairs. Astar could be in the crosshairs. Helium could be in the crosshairs, so on and so forth. And, next, I have FTX Ventures. So they've invested in a total of 49 companies. They've been the lead on 19 of those. And, of course, my stuff went away. But a couple ones that kind of hit me right off the bat. They have some NFT investments here. So Doodles. So if you're a holder of Doodles, might get liquidated. Not saying it's going to happen, but possibility. And then they also had money in, I believe, Balancer. They were a Near Protocol. So FTX also invested in Near Protocol in their private equity round. This was at $350 million back on April 7th. They also invested in a venture round as well for the same amount one day prior on April 6th of this year. They also invested in Mina Protocol in their ICO, $92 million on March 17th, and Helium as well in their Series D investment round, $200 million on February 19th of last year. So I'll kind of stop there, Rob. And what are your thoughts on all that, right? So we know Solana is being liquidated. We can see it on chain. We can see it with the price, and we'll go over charts here in a second. You have Polygon, you have Near, you have Helium, you have Astar. Are you worried about these tokens? What should people do? What are your kind of thoughts?
No, here's the thing, man. You're gonna have sell pressure if somebody's dumping tokens, especially large allocations they got at private sale for venture capital funding, and so I'm not trying to dismiss that, but I think front and center here is what happens if FTX goes under, bro. I'm not saying I want to. I'm just saying that, like, Kevin O'Leary, Garrett Soloway, a lot
Tom
of the
Brady.
smartest people in the room have all get Tom Brady out of here. A lot of the smartest people in the room when it comes to finance have said, "Hey, we need a bottoming event. We need something to absolutely." Crush the markets.
This would
and
be it.
this could be the catalyst to hitting the bottom of the market, where not only are you forced selling. I mean, if you have tokens on FTX, you're probably physically selling them right this second. And so that is literally the definition of forced selling per the retail. And also anybody that has exposure to Alameda research and some of these loans through default, you're gonna get liquidations across the board. And we saw how intertwined the web of partnerships and deals and loans and margin calls when we had the Terra Luna, Celsius, and Voyager happen. This is literally a top 3 exchange in the world, billions upon billions of dollars, and not to mention also you have venture capital. Now, as we said when we first came in, it is no guarantee, or we're not saying that if Alameda Research goes under, so does FTX. They are different companies, but you have to prepare for the worst. You have to assume that there is some possibility or some likelihood that the books and some of the leverage carries over from one to the other. I'm sure there's some kind of exposure. Maybe they could take some punches. Sam Bankman-Fried came out and said, "Hey, we don't rehypothecate any of our funds that are our users' funds. So if I go in and I buy Bitcoin, it stays on the exchange, and so when I go to sell my Bitcoin, it should be sold on the exchange, and then I should be able to exit." Now, what you said when we came in, that institutions are being capped at $25,000. That is literally the first step that you have. This first thing that happened on Voyager, remember? Voyager had a limit on withdrawals as well. What was it like?
Guys, it always listen. This is exactly what happened with Voyager, right? You had you can only withdraw 5 times a day. You can only withdraw X amount, and then it goes into you can only withdraw once, and then all of a sudden everything's halted. Right now, okay. And this is something I've seen on Twitter, so I'm not saying it's 100% truth, but there's people saying their corporate accounts are limited at $25,000 withdrawals from fiat to bank account. Okay, that is concerning. That is concerning. You might say, "Well, I'm a retail investor." Guys, that's where it starts. Nothing just jumps out right away. It's a slow progression, and eventually, if you continue to see these liquidations, you're gonna have it go into the retail side. And so, and just to kind of show you guys how disheartening this is, take a look at this. We showed this on the live stream today, but this is Bitcoin balance on exchanges. Over the last
This is what really worries me, bro. I know I've already seen this slide. This is what really worries me.
If you remember earlier today, Coinbase had over 600,000 Bitcoin. It is down 28,000 over the last 24 hours. Binance, you've seen actual inflows, but here's what worries me, guys. FTX is in the negative. They cannot meet their obligations to withdraw Bitcoin out of their exchange. That is literally what this means. And if this doesn't scare you, if this doesn't worry you, guys, I'm not saying they're going under. I'm just saying, why take the risk when we know the warning signs are here, right? Oh, there's Robin. The warning signs are there. There's no need.
Sorry.
There's no need to leave it on there. I also heard on Twitter, or I also saw that people aren't able to withdraw their tokens to their hardware wallets. I think actually someone commented in one of our videos.
So there has been rumors of halting withdrawals or limiting for retail. So far, that has not been. I haven't seen it from any reputable sources, and some other people on Twitter have been going out and be like, "Hey, this is FUD. You can withdraw. Everything is fine." So I haven't seen it. I've been checking the news, refreshing. So I'm sure as soon as if that were the case, some of the big news sources would put that out immediately. So
Yeah.
I think you're safe on that side. But there is a 5-hour delay for a lot of people to get their money out. So on Bitcoin. If you're trying to withdraw Bitcoin, 5 hours minimum, I think is what people were saying.
Yeah. What I would do, guys, if and I'm not saying go do this, okay? But if I had a substantial amount of money on FTX and let's say Bitcoin or whatever the case may be, and you're genuinely concerned that there's a chance they might halt withdrawals and FTX might go under, your best bet, okay, is to convert all of that into fiat, into US dollars, not stable coin, not Tether, not USDC, US dollars. We saw what happened with Voyager when they declared bankruptcy. They actually got the okay. Hold on. They got the okay.
You don't think they should withdraw?
Well, if they can't, if it's taking too long or it gets stuck, whatever the case may be, and you're worried and your stuff is stuck on there, convert everything to fiat, okay? Because what we saw with Voyager, we saw the judge approve money that was held in fiat released back to the people because the majority of that money is held in a custodial bank. Now, I'm not saying your money is going to be safe, but it will be safer than if you held it in crypto if FTX does go under. Now, I'm not saying, guys, FTX is going under. I'm just giving you some examples of what you can do to stay proactive if you are genuinely concerned about losing your money and that FTX is going to go under. All right, let's take a look at what the crypto markets are doing, and I'm going to swap over here. So, crypto market, where are you? Right here. So we are currently under $1 trillion, coming in $969 billion. 24-hour volume has jumped up to 112 billion. Bitcoin dominance is at 38.9. Bitcoin did get all the way down in 19.4. We are down 5.7% over the last 24 hours. ETH 1468. BNB somehow is still up $322. ADA under 40 cents, and Solana has officially dropped out of the top 10, down 20% in the last 24 hours. Polygon Matic is down 9%. It did get all the way up to $1.30, and everything is tanking, you guys. If we take a look at some of the biggest losers over the last 24 hours, you have the FTT token, obviously. That is sitting at $15.79, followed by Solana, and then Aptos is down as well. I saw something about BitDAO. So this is, I believe, the stable coin on Bybit. And I saw something about part of the FTT token for Sam Bankman-Fried and for Alameda and FTX was converted into the BitDAO token BIT. And so now this is being liquidated. So that could be part of it as well. I want to take a look at a couple charts. So I got the 5-minute chart here pulled up on Bitcoin. You can see we saw this massive drop down from 20,600 all the way. We did wick down in 19.3. Looks like we are kind of starting to, we created a local bottom right here around 19,400. FTT token just tanking. This went all the way from $22 not too long ago, guys. This was probably about 2 hours ago. And it just, you see these pumps coming. You see someone's trying to prop the price up, not happening. We saw this massive wick up here, up to $19, but it did end up closing at $18.34 and opened at $17.91. Solana, same thing. Lots of volume behind Solana. Again, this is the 5-hour chart on Solana. We saw Solana just earlier today at $32.80, down to $26. So a drawdown of 25% in less than 1 day. And so this is the contagion people talk about. Taking a look at Ethereum, same thing. Was sitting at $1,600, now at $14.68. But what we're seeing on the 5-minute chart is we're seeing these V-shaped recoveries, which is good. And for Ethereum here, you do have a hammer forming at the bottom of this trend line, which is a positive signal. If I go over to the 1 hour on ETH, same thing. And I'm just going to get rid of these drawings here. So if this turns out to be a hammer as well, this would be a positive sign for upward price movement on Ethereum. And then Matic just getting crushed as well. This is the 5-minute chart. If I swoop over to the 1 hour, I mean, guys, from $1.28 to $1.09, we do have a ton of support at $1. We'll see if we can hold it. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on all of that, Robin? Is this the end of it? By the way, real quick before you answer, we had a super sticker from Jason Squires 499. Thank you so much. We also had a super chat from Air to the Ron. Thanks, Sin City Crypto. This is wild, but keeping my DCA strategy. Appreciate the support, guys. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Ron. I do want to, keeping up on what he was saying for the DCA strategy. Right now we're in the depths of the bear market, and how low will it go? That's up for debate. Could we hit the bottom? Are we about to hit the bottom if something fundamentally breaks in our space? Perhaps. And but I don't think that buying now or buying a week ago or buying next week or buying next month, I don't think that you're gonna get any. You're not gonna get any bad deals here. Put it that way. If you find the price going lower and you're kicking yourself, you're never gonna time the bottom. And so if you're excited about the space in the same way that I'm excited about this space, one, if you limit your exposure to risk, which right now the risk, the flashing red light, the sirens is FTX. So if you don't have exposure right now to them, then what a better time to position yourself for entry points, whether it's even if you're a trader, you're going to see some opportunities to make money here, day trader, swing trader, leverage trader, or if you're just DCAing in on projects that you love long term. I mean, this is probably the best spot. I mean, the very bottom of Bitcoin, we wicked down to 17,000. Nobody bought $17,000 Bitcoin. It was only there for like half a day, and it rebounded. It was there at 18, 19. So we're right there. And so essentially we are at over 2-year lows on Bitcoin, essentially, off by a little bit. So what a great time to get into it if you are DCAing. I do got a lot of new people in here, so I know we're on a different time schedule. We normally just stream in the morning, so maybe some of these people that are in the chat have watch us in the afternoons, because I know we get a lot of views in our live after we stream. So I know a lot of people are at work. Yeah, let us know if you watch us every day or if you're new here. If you are new here, hola! I got some people here. I saw. Anyways, we got J Crypto Minded, Matthew Barnes, John Vibes, Gutter Snipe, Andrew Brown, Grand Peasy, Matt S, Las Vegas Investor, Burke, Aired to the Ron, Harry Newt, we got Natty Vegan, Sly Monkey, and Isaac. Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Welcome, guys.
And also Jeremy.
I want to show
and Be Bold Hold.
I want to show Bitcoin balance on exchanges, and I have isolated Binance, Coinbase, and there was one more: Binance, Coinbase, and of course FTX. Okay, so dark blue here, the big part here is Coinbase. Okay, it says Bitcoin balance on exchanges. In green, you have Binance, and I'm going to zoom in. I want you guys to take a look. Okay, these numbers are fresh. Look at how tight this has gotten. Okay, FTX is getting eviscerated. The balance of Bitcoin on FTX, you saw it when we looked over the this one right here, negative 198 Bitcoin. So they do not have enough Bitcoin to cash everyone out that wants to be cashed out. And you can see on here as well. Just
Dude, that is so concerning, bro.
I mean,
I
look
just
at this,
gotta say
guys.
that. Go ahead.
Look at this. It's almost zero. Literally almost zero. This Glassnode shows 6,400. CoinGlass showed negative 198. But overall, guys, over the last 24 hours, over 14,000 Bitcoin has left all exchanges combined. So, so yeah. How low can Solana go? Let's take a peek at Solana and see if we can find. Go over to the.
What's funny is that the two of them are moving down in tandem, right?
Right.
I mean, at the same moment that FTT started tanking, so did Solana. So obviously that ain't not a coincidence, right? You have the biggest holder, and you know what? Maybe okay. So if you missed this, FTX, Alameda Research, they probably have loans and exposure when it comes to their debts and margin calls, and their collateral is probably in their biggest asset, which would be FTT, right? You know, if you're going to collateralize a loan, you're going to be like, hey, I collateralize it with FTT. That's what they had the most of. And so they're probably getting margin called, and you got to remember your margin call is it loses value as the price goes down. So let's say you have $1,000, or say you have $1,000 worth of a token, and then it drops in price by 20%. Now your margin is you only have $800 towards the margin call. And so if you're going to get called at say $700, you know if it dips down another $100, you're going to lose out, and you get liquidated. And so FTX was going out and they were buying their own tokens. But maybe they were doing the same thing with Solana, because Solana's price happened to fall at the same time. As I'm telling you, the volume, people were selling FTT tokens, and who the hell was buying it?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we see the numbers. We saw the volume. Volume shot up, and the price of FTT tokens sat there for over 24 hours at $22. Nobody was buying it. And everybody was beating the drum like, yo, this thing is about to collapse. Nobody's buying this thing unless you're just DJing and you're on one. And so nobody's buying it, but the price is still the same. Volume is super high. It doesn't take a detective to figure it out. What's happening? FTT is preventing the price from going down. First of all, they have an exchange, so they can buy up. You know what I mean? It's easy for them to buy tokens, and so they're just injecting capital. You always hear, like, remember when when Terra Luna was going down, he was like deploying capital.
Steady lads. Steady lads.
Dokon, yeah. He was like deploying capital. So what's going on there is that they're preventing they're buying the tokens on the other end, because if the buyers aren't there, if you have buy orders at $20, $19, $18, $17, and there's very little buyers at 20, 19, and 18, what happens is, and you have a crap ton of sell orders, they just blast through the 20 through 18, and then next thing you know, you're down to $17. And so FTX steps up. They're like, yo, we're going to get margin called if this falls down. To $15 as an example. We're gonna go belly up. Our company's gonna fail, and we cannot let it go down to a certain number. So they pull up, they take all their liquid cash, they take all their stable coins, and they just start dumping it. They just dump it on all the buy orders, or on all the sell orders. They scoop up all the sell orders, so that way it doesn't fall under that. But at some point you run out of cash. can only buy up so much of your own token when all of the retail is just hammering it. And not to mention, majority of the tokens were in Alameda's portfolio. And so if 80% of the tokens are sitting in your own portfolio, that means you have a small amount in circulation. And what happens when you have a small amount in circulation? Extreme volatility and extreme price movement. Because there's not organic amount of traders out there. There's not enough realistic volume. And so, boom, this thing's been dropping. And now what happened? You saw the price drop. You know what happened? They ran out of money. Or they stopped, or they just put their hands up and they stopped buying. And coincidentally, Solana did too. And so I don't know. I can only speculate behind Solana, but
here's also the important thing to consider too is if they run out of tokens to liquidate, where are they going to get money from? Nobody's lending them money, especially after this whole balance sheet. I mean,
the thing is you can't liquidate foreign tokens fast enough. You know, like when it's cash, when it's stable coins, sure. But when you have an entire, like, yeah, you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, when you have an entire crypto community selling, you can't stop it, bro. You can't stop it. So, yeah, man. I don't know, man.
Someone asked, how low can Solana go? So this is Solana on the daily chart. We do have a little, I did a kind of a little channel here. So lower bound, you're looking at $19.85. Higher bound, $26.63, which we're at now. Very, very key support level here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, including today, that we have gone up here and we haven't broken under. If we go below, the very next level I'm seeing is $12. After that, $8, and then you're looking at $3 Solana. Not saying it's going to happen, but and if I hop over to Crypto Stackers Pro, took the local high here on November 4th. You're looking at it currently. We did get rejected at the 3x short level. Next level is a 2x at $25.84, followed by the 1x level at $19.38. If we take today's local high, 2x short levels coming in at $22, with the 1x level coming in at $16.57. Bitcoin's still at 19.7. ETH is actually up almost 0.25% over the last hour. So it looks like things are stabilizing. But right here, guys, Solana out of the top 10. Polygon has flipped Solana. They are now in the number 10 spot. So yeah, a lot to uncover here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Drop a hello. We'd love to welcome you. We don't normally stream at this time. We typically go live weekdays, Monday through Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so, but we saw what was happening. Everything was dumping. We decided to do an emergency stream for you guys. So we're hoping you're enjoying the content. Help us out. Like the video. Tweet it out. Let's get 300 people.
Yeah. So real quick, guys, we're not even at 100 likes. So let's get this likes up. And then on top of that, we're over 200 viewers, so people are enjoying the content. We love to see it, man. We appreciate the love. And then real quick, we do have a couple of shout-outs. Joe Max 57, Esquel Tenson, Barbie Rash, Dogamy, David FP, Satoshi Nakamoto, Jesse M, Howard, John, who also says he's new, Alex Diaz, Be Bold, and Mengi C. Oda! Welcome, Sin City Crypto.
See, Robin, I am going to drop your video feed because we're having some issues. Hopefully we don't start buffering. If we start buffering, let us know, guys. All right. I don't have much else, Rob, to go over. Did you anything you kind of wanted to talk about or touch on or?
No, I want to say that, a couple things are happening here. Don't freak out. It's not the end of the world. Now, if a major exchange goes under, which this is why we're streaming. It's because we're seeing an exchange get tested. right? We're seeing basically, oh, we're seeing the dam, the dam sitting here. There's all kinds of leaks popping up, and you're seeing the engineers trying to patch things up, and so we're just sitting back and watching. And so as long as you don't have exposure to this, you'll be okay, man. You know what? Your portfolio, let's just be real. If FTX were to go under, what would happen is there would be a massive tanking when it comes to the crypto, right? Your portfolio is going to be down. You're going to hear all kinds of FUD when it comes to, oh, hey, crypto's dead, FTX went under, Bitcoin's dead, all this, and that's to be expected. But we're gonna come out on the other end perfectly fine. Also, Sean drops a $10 super chat. Says thanks David and Robert for the special stream to keep us updated. You guys are the best. Yeah, we miss you, Sean, bro. Yeah, I know you. He pops into our
We do.
stream there, but yeah, man, I think today, because we kind of just threw this together last minute, I think it'd be a great opportunity to
You guys
get
want to do
some
some Q&A?
Q and A's. Yeah,
Let's
let's do some Q&A.
Yeah.
We'll just kind of go over what some people are talking about. We're gonna keep this relevant to today and maybe top projects. So I know a lot of people try to ask about their favorite little altcoins, but yeah. So we'll try to keep it Solana, Bitcoin, ETH, Cardano. A lot of things are going on in this piece right now, man. There's a lot of buzz. For being a bear market, there's a lot going on. You had the SEC ruled on the library token. Basically, they deemed a crypto security, which some people are speculating that you can parallel that to all cryptos, Ethereum included. And then on top of that, you have the U.S. government also seized over what was it, like over $3 billion worth of Bitcoin from a Silk Road from back in the day, back in 2012. And yeah, so yeah, what are you guys thinking?
So here's and also Howard with I think that's $25 or what. Either way, we're not worried about the amount of money, but thank you. So before we answer some questions, there's a lot of names I don't recognize. So we're probably catching a lot of people from overseas. Damn, we just got $20 million. Ezekiel, thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it, my friend. So if you didn't watch our live stream today and you're new to the channel, something I found that's extremely damning, okay? And I'm going to share it with you guys. And then, sorry, let me cut over here.
Hold on. Before you get too far ahead of here, I want to say Ezekiel Tesson, he super chatted us. I'm not sure how much that is. It's anyways,
I don't care. I don't give a shit. Look at that, bro.
Yeah, he says, thank you guys. Your video from today saved me a lot of money. It took all my funds from FTX.
Yes.
And
yes.
We had another stream just like this with Voyager, bro. We had another stream like this on Voyager. We went on around the blockchain. Somebody up there was pushing back on me.
Don't drop
names.
And
they're like, yo, I'm not selling, bro. Yeah.
They were actually talking about buying Voyager token when it was going down.
Bro, and I was like, look, man, I'm like, stop it. We're like, you want to take risk? Like, there's plenty of risk you could take in crypto. Like, there's plenty. Just go between market cap 50 and 200. Pick something. There's some risk there. There's a lot of upside. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of risk. But when something is on fire, there's no need to run into the house and try to grab your belongings if the place is on fire. Just collect your insurance money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no need. Just cut ties, bro.
I can't tell you how happy that makes me. We had another part. Her name was Sarah, and we were kind of the first channel to beat the drum on Voyager. And after they halted withdrawals, she came on our stream the next day and said, "Because of you guys, I saved $13K." And so that to me, that is what gets me excited about what we do, and makes these 1 a.m. streams worth it, or 10 o'clock our time. But again, what I was saying is a lot of you are new here, and I want to share something I found in doing some deep dive research in Alameda, Sam Bankman-Fried, and kind of their operations and how they operate. And I want you guys to pay attention to this. And if you've been a member of our channel and you watched our stream this morning, this is going to be a little repetitive, but still important for the new people to see this, guys. Listen to this, okay? So this was released on July 6th. Sam Bankman-Fried's Alameda Research owes bankrupt Voyager $377 million, okay? It is not often a borrower bails out its lender, especially when it's to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. Alameda Research owes Voyager $377 million, and here you can see this was Voyager's balance sheet of money owed to them. You had Three Arrows Capital coming in at $654 million, followed by Alameda at $376. But this next part, I want you guys to pay very close attention, okay? At one point, Alameda and its venture arm, Alameda Ventures, were the single largest Voyager shareholders with 11.6% of all outstanding shares. This was according to a June 17th press release. A week later, on June 23rd, Alameda announced in a press release that it had surrendered or returned in exchange for no money 4.5 million of its shares, worth approximately $2.6 million. Alameda's share surrender brought its stake in the company to 9.49%, conveniently below the 10% threshold that would have made it an insider in the eyes of the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. This thing goes so deep. I don't think any of us have any clue how deep this is going to go. You guys thought 3AC was big. If Alameda goes down, this is 3AC times 10. Literally in terms of how much money they have on their balance sheet. So, like Robin said, people like Kevin O'Leary say we need one more event, one more big wipeout. And I'm telling you guys, if FTX goes under, that will be the event. And so just prepare yourselves. Don't keep any money on exchanges. And you guys don't know how far-reaching SBF, Alameda, and FTX are. Coinbase could be tied in. Binance could be tied in. So what we recommend, guys, is custody your own crypto. Get a Ledger wallet. Get a Trezor wallet. Download a wallet on your desktop. Use Trust Wallet if you have to. These are all better.
I mean, honestly,
than keeping it on exchanges.
And here's the thing: if you were set on keeping it on exchange, I was saying this earlier. If you are on some kind of mission where you're like, I don't want to touch it, I don't want to be responsible for my own cash. Like, I don't trust myself. You're like, just at least bare minimum, take it off FTX and go send it to Coinbase or Binance or somewhere else. Like, at least if you're gonna, I'm just saying that if you're gonna be hard headed, I'm just saying if you're going to at least. For the love of God, don't just keep it on FTX. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you got to go some other direction. Also, we got Air to the Ron, Quinn, Dodo, Mike R, B Crypto, 2181, Cash in Crypto, D5 Rebels, Chris Bird, Rocket Dog, Steve Newsom, Mike W, Hoons, Charlie, Mac 10.
Are you having a seizure? Jesus Christ.
A lot of names, bro. We got a lot of new people up here. And Fomo Sapien. I love. He's been here.
So Sly Monkey said, "How far down does this go if FTX? Or how far down does Bitcoin go if FTX goes under 14K, 10K?" There's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of buyers at 17. There's going to be a lot of buyers at 15. There's going to be a lot of buyers at 14. But what I'm worried about is miners unplugging and having to sell. You have a bad mix of energy prices being up. You have a mix of the Bitcoin price going down. But listen, guys. Whether FTX crashes, right, goes under, goes insolvent, and Bitcoin crashes to $5,000, $10,000, I'm not saying it's going to happen. If you're in the space and you watch and you learn and you continue to stay up on crypto, it will be the greatest buying opportunity of your lifetime, of my lifetime, that has ever existed. Okay. If you get Bitcoin at 10K, it is as guaranteed as it gets to at least reach its last all-time high, $70,000. So you're looking at a 7x just right off the bat. And so I'll tell you what, if Bitcoin does drop to 10K, I'm not scared. I'm not worried. I'm excited, man. I'm going to find ways over the next couple months, make some extra money, leave it aside, get ready to deploy capital if FTX does go under. There's always a silver lining to every situation. We know, right? And if you're from BitBoy Stream and you know Ben Armstrong and you follow him, he's been beating the drum on Sam Bankman-Fried. And so if FTX does go under and Sam gets liquidated and he's out of, crypto in general as a whole, might be a good thing, right? Short term, bad, prices down, portfolios down. It's going to be chaos, right? But out of that chaos, I believe the crypto industry, we're going to come out stronger. So yeah, let's do some Q&A, you guys. Go ahead and drop some questions.
Yeah, I found some cool. I'm just gonna kind of highlight. So, Metaspawn, he says he's thinking Bitcoin can hit $3,600, bro. You tripping? Anyways, Metaspawn, he's one of our people that's on our live show all the time. So it's good to see you here on a night one, man. Much love.
Very unlikely, but
so. Yeah, I don't think under 10K is realistic. I mean, who knows though? I mean, honestly, you know what? Maybe he said 3,600 to be a joke, or maybe he said it because that was the low after the pandemic. So that's where Bitcoin ended up. I think it went down to 6,000. Was it 6,000 or 3,000?
For what?
For the 2020 March, the pandemic crash.
Let's take a look.
But anyways, it's very possible. I actually I don't want to say very possible, but it is possible. That
it's
is
not out of the realm of possibilities.
Former level. Yeah. So you know what?
So
if you had
COVID crash, real quick, 3,600.
Yeah. So he's spot on. So I'm sure that's what he's referencing. So I mean, it makes sense. Probably, I would say less than 5% chance. But if you had FTX go under, and let's just say there was all kinds of exposure, and you had cascading liquidations or insolvencies in other projects, and you had forced selling, and say like freaking Michael Saylor had to sell, like even though he's never gonna sell, but I'm just giving you some hypotheticals. Dominoes could fall, things could happen. And you could have global events that pop up that could take you down there, and so don't knock it unless it's just like, obviously Bitcoin's not going to go to $100, like we all know that.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was only over a little over 2 years ago it was there, so it's not that far fetched, honestly.
So David brought up a good point. David FP said, how do we cash out if all exchanges go down? All exchanges are not going to go down. I don't see that happening, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but I wouldn't worry. And then Matthew Barnes said, will CPI numbers push this down further?
Oh, yeah, possibly. If it comes in negative, it will.
I don't know.
If it comes in negative, it will. Like if it comes in worse than expectations, you pile on the uncertainty with FTX. Let's just say the two happen to time up at the same time, like the tornado and the hurricane just ran into each other. You have an ugly interest rate number come in. On top of that, you have FTX halting withdrawals all in the same day. Boom. What's going to happen, bro? Let's just say the Nasdaq is down 4% for the day, and Bitcoin was already at 18K, and FTX halts withdrawals, and the interest, the inflation numbers come in a full 0.5% or a full percent over what they're expecting, bro. That's it, bro. That's the catalyst. That's the collapse right there, bro. That's it. I'm telling you, and that is. I don't want to say unlikely, but there's a realistic possibility that could happen.
Here's the thing.
That will probably be the bottom.
Guys, we're so early in crypto. We can't say anything's out of the realm of possibilities. Let's see who else had a question or a statement. Where are we at? What are your thoughts? Liam Crypto said. By the way, Liam's my son's name, so I love that name. What are your thoughts on small exchanges?
Yeah, he's been in here.
Yeah, Liam's been in here. Guys, small exchanges.
So small exchanges.
Why are you
You
hijacking my
have
answer?
what we're talking about. What we're talking about now. I'll just keep it this. I'll keep it short, and then you can go.
I'm kidding. Go
What
ahead.
we're talking about now, with an exchange having insolvency issues, failure issues, going belly up, the bigger they are, the harder it is for them to go under. Like Coinbase, the amount of money that it would take and the amount of failures and the amount of mismanagement and funds it would take for something to go belly up that large, because they have a buffer. You got to think all these big exchanges, they have a ton. They make a lot of money. I mean, you see, Coinbase has got tons of commercials. They're publicly traded. They're buying up. You see that Sam Bankman-Fried is going out and offering to buy Voyager Digital at what was it, like $200 million or something? I don't know. I don't know
Voyager,
what the price
I
tag was.
believe
But
was.
anyway, he's throwing money out, and so you see that these exchanges, these big ones, they have a lot of capital, extra capital, and that extra capital they can use to invest. They can also use for mismanagement in their own protocols or in their own business structure. And you have less of that as the smaller you are. So you just taking a risk if it's a smaller exchange, if they mismanage money or funds, or they're being reckless, and the market goes down, or they get some kind of issue, it's harder for them to take punches because they don't have as much money on the sidelines as the big exchanges. So basically,
So,
harder for them to fall.
I want to. I'm gonna do you guys a favor, okay? And feel free to screenshot or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna share. Alameda's portfolio, what they have money in, and if you have anything in here, just proceed with caution, okay? So I'm gonna do you guys a favor. I'm gonna share my laptop, and so here we are, Alameda Research. This is their entire portfolio. They have 184 investments. I want you guys to either screenshot, take pictures, whatever you need to do, go back to the stream, but keep this for your reference. These are all the companies that they have put money in, and assume, worst case scenario, assume they still have these tokens, okay? The one I want to point out directly, and I'll kind of go a little slow for you guys here, but Polygon's a big one. They have 450 million in Polygon. Here you go. Polygon Ventures. Astar Network, Near Protocol. I have some money in Near as well. Got to reevaluate what I'm doing. Anchorage, you have 1 inch. And so this is all for you guys. Please use this resource. This resource costs money. We pay the money, but we want you guys to be able to use it the same way we're using it. So here you go. And that'll do it. Obviously,
I
the
do
big
want to
one
say
pays
I saw somebody earlier. I meant to. I'm like over here on multiple screens on freaking. I'm also on Twitter trying to see if there's any updates. Somebody was saying that they halted withdrawals on their. They got an email that they halted withdrawals on their account. I haven't seen anything. I'm refreshing the news feed. We have our own private news feed here that we get, where it aggregates articles from hundreds of platforms, and I'm not seeing anything. I'm also on Twitter. I'm not seeing anything. So I'm not saying that you didn't, but I'm just saying that I haven't seen any halting of trading. I do want to revisit here. Pull me up full screen real quick. I want to revisit this tweet here that popped up earlier, and then we'll get back to some questions. So this one was. There's so much to unwrap here, right? We read this one earlier, but liquidating our FTT is just a post-exit risk management learning from Luna. So I mean, if you break this down, bro, I mean, this is pretty. I mean, like, each sentence has got something really big in it, right? So this is CZ. He says FTT is just a post-risk management learning from Luna. So he's comparing holding FTT to holding Luna before its collapse. We gave support before, but we won't pretend to make love after divorce. So now he's also saying everyone's saying like, oh, hey, there's no beef between them, whatever. Like, what do you mean? Literally, he says there's no making love after divorce. Well, first of all, your boy been divorced once before. You know what I'm saying? You make love.
What the hell
But
is wrong with you?
anyways, uh, so I'm just saying that
This
he's
is
saying
a
that
this is a
they're
man
not.
scorned right here.
So
This is a man scorned.
so you leave me at this right now. Now here's the thing. So he's saying that okay. So if you're wondering why is Binance holding FTT? So what happened was you had. Are you showing my screen over there too?
I am. Your
There you
tweet
go.
is on, so
Oh, okay, cool. I don't know what I'm looking at here. All right, so um, yeah, man, this is okay. So divorce. So the reason that he's referencing divorce is because they had stake or initial, so basically they had funding rounds and venture capital investments, and Binance invested in FTX, and then at some point they bought out, they exited, and they got paid in both stable coins, and they also got paid in FTT token, and or actually they got Binance USD or BUSD and stablecoins. And so now they were sitting on this, and lastly, so that's the reference to divorce. And then lastly, we're not against anyone, but we don't support people who lobby against our industry players behind their backs. And this is where I think we had what BitBoy was talking about. Now, BitBoy never really came out and said, "Hey, uh, Sam Bankman-Fried is doing this or that." You know what I mean? Like he never gave the details about what was going on. But basically, what he said is that he was in Congress, that Sam Bankman-Fried, Alameda Research, FTX, was lobbying Congress to pass a bill that stifled DeFi, that also propped up the FTT or FTX platform, and it was very favorable for them. Do you not agree? I mean, what else would he be talking about, right? When he says, "But we support people who lobby against the industry."
I mean,
What do you think?
exactly what
That's it, right?
Ben's been talking about, right?
Yeah.
And to me,
So I,
my narrative on the show today was, I think CZ might have gotten his hands on that quarter report and leaked it, because when you talk about someone like CZ, who's been in our space for so long, who has helped push the space forward, imagine you're CZ, right? You operate the world's largest centralized exchange. You're the wealthiest person in crypto, and you don't even get included in talks to regulate the sector that you essentially, I'm not saying he's the reason crypto got so big, but he's part of the reason crypto got so big. And so to me, when you're dealing with men, is ego and pride. So, and I know CZ seems like a super low key, easygoing guy, but guys, this man didn't get to 40 billion in net worth by being just a laid back guy, right? He's a businessman. Operates the largest exchange in the world. So to me, I can see where CZ's like, all right, you want to do this, bro? You want to go and try to bail out Voyager, and you want to try to throw money at Twitter. By the way, if you didn't know, Sam Bankman-Fried tried to throw $15 billion at Twitter, and Elon Musk said nope. But he did take $500 million from CZ. So to me, that's what I think. What do you guys think in the chat?
I saw a good question here.
Do you think it's right, sensible or plausible that CZ kind of got this thing going, maybe leaked the report to CoinDesk, knew what was going to happen, knew the cascading effects? What do you guys think? Do you think I'm out of my mind here, or do you think it's a realm of possibility? I'm curious to know. We did have okay. So someone asked about Solana. So I'm not. Hold on. I'm not a big Solana.
I saw somebody said about Solana. Also, just to add that onto it, they were saying, should they buy or sell? It said buy Sol or stay out. Buy sup arts, by the way. So
So if guys, we talk about Solana on the show all the time. We talk about how the network is not stable enough, and we're not happy with they're not really fixing the network outage issues, blah blah blah. But guys, I'm not an idiot, right? Solana's got a lot of money behind it. FTX is just one part of it. If they end up dumping their whole thing and Solana goes to $10, I will be buying Solana at $10. I will probably be buying Solana at $15. I might even buy Solana at $20. So I'm not an idiot, right? I might not like it, but I
Wow.
understand. I understand numbers. There's still a top layer one. They still have fast throughput. They still have a lot of money behind them, guys. And so, yeah, if Solana does breach, right, this $20 support level and gets to $12, gets to $17, I'm a buyer. I'm a buyer. I'm not saying you should too, but me personally, I'm a buyer. Are you a buyer, Robin? $18
Hell
Solana?
yeah, I'll buy. I'll
$15
buy some
Solana?
Solana. Here's the thing, man. You know what? Like, okay, we give grief to Solana, and I think it's just right. I think questioning Solana's protocol when they go under, when you compare it to the competition, when you compare it to the similar products or projects that are in the same market cap area, uh, I think it's realistic, bro. Like for me, it's like why? Okay, like why do I feel so much? Why do I feel a lot stronger about Solana than I would Ethereum? And for me, I just can't make that case. I think that Solana's just too new. They have network issues, all kinds of other issues, and so for me, I don't feel comfortable if I have to choose. Hey, I got Ethereum, I have Cardano, I have Solana. I just feel that, like, looking at the track record, I would be more inclined to go with the a choice A and B, or even Bitcoin. Now, with that said, if you start slipping down the ranks, if you go all the way down to, they're outside the top 10 right now. And so if Solana were to fall, say to right now they're number 11 with $9 billion market cap. Let's just say they fell down to number 22 where Cosmos is at. I mean, I would be scooping up Solana right then, right? I mean, that's
Hmm.
1/3 of the price right now, so that would put him at put him around $8, and I think that's possible if you had some dramatic fall from grace that was basically spurred on by the failure of the investment company that originally backed you, FTT, Alameda Research. Basically, if Alameda Research goes under, you're going to have some massive sell-offs. And so if that's the case,
Um,
then you're going to get some cheap Solana.
Rob,
And
let's
why not, man? It'll it'll
let's
it'll bounce back. It'll bounce back.
it will. So okay, so we're gonna take some questions here. By the way, we started this channel, so there was a lot of new people here. We started this channel. We did our grand launch January of this year, and for us to get to 300, it's a big accomplishment for us. So, if you're new to our community or been with our community, since day one, we have a few people that have been here since we had like 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. We do this for you guys. We love you guys, so we appreciate all the support. We have a question here, Robin. By the way, we're doing a little Q&A right now. So if you have a question, please feel free to throw it out there. We had a question from Mike W. What are your thoughts on the SEC regulations on alts in the future after the library ordeal?
Ah, man,
Is
that's
Ripple in
that is
trouble?
such a touchy. Okay,
Let me
so
go.
one
Let me
thing a
go.
lot of people overlook.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'll just get this one out quick.
Yeah.
And I said that last time, and I went rambling. But um, there was no ICO sale. There was no ICO sale for a library. So everybody's like comparing library to Ripple Labs and XRP. The entire court case is built on XRP being issued in the same way as a security. Basically, instead of having the IPO, we have an ICO, and yeah, it's completely different ball game, right? Now, they did deem it a security and as a token, shares a lot of the property. So you can say that it could also go, parallel to other chains, and it is extremely concerning. But let's get this real. You had a project. Library was in number 700 on the coin on the market cap list. Number 700. So basically, you had the SEC going after a tiny little project, and did you think they were going to win? I mean, did anybody? Everybody's over here analyzing the outcome. Did anybody think for even a second that a tiny little company with $11 million seed round, their original investment was $11 million compared to the billions that these other companies have? Did you think that they were going to win that case? Absolutely not. There was no chance. Everybody knew what was going to happen. But how does this play out in the grand scheme of things? Who knows? There, that's my short answer.
I definitely think so. As far as Ripple's concerned, which, by the way, if you're from the XRP Army, you're an XRP fan, throw an X in the chat. Also, Therapeutic University said, "What's up? What's up, bro?" And Crypto Ron, we appreciate you also. So the SEC is going to use this case, okay? So here's what's going to happen. The SEC is going to go in, right, at the next meeting or the next whatever, right? The next bankruptcy, or not bankruptcy, the next meeting they have with the judge, right? They're going to say, they're going to try to compare Library to Ripple. They're going to say, well, look here, this judge in New Hampshire just voted that, yes, it was a security sale. On top of that, you have Polkadot just came out, right? Polkadot came out and said, Polkadot came out today and they tweeted and said, when we did our token launch, it was a security, but now we're not a security. They snitched on themselves.
Bro, I got so much problems with that.
They snitched on themselves, okay? So you're going to have that. You're going to have the Library thing. And Gary Gensler in the SEC is going to go to the judge and say, for Ripple, and say, hey, listen, why is this any different, right? This judge in New Hampshire deemed this a security sale of tokens. How is Ripple's sale of XRP any different? I'm not saying I agree with that.
That's the thing.
Sentiment.
They didn't sell. That's the thing.
No, I know.
They didn't sell.
I know.
It wasn't a sale of tokens.
This is
they circulated the tokens and they paid their own employees. And
this is probably what Gary Gensler and SEC is going to do. Do I think that's going to hold any footing? No. There is so much going against the SEC now. I think the Ripple case, right? Ripple winning will have more of an impact on alts moving forward than Library losing. Do you agree with that?
Hold on, say that one more time. The
Ripple winning will have a bigger impact on alts moving forward than Library losing. Let's see some other questions we have. We got a lot of XRP fans in here. Got a lot of.
Okay, so while you find a question, I'm gonna get some. While you find a question here, I'm gonna give some shout out love here because we got so many new people. So, Fifth Survivor, Charlie Mags, Scott Woodson, 94 Clips, Arjun Bart, Rick Rada, Kerry Coates, Mr. Anderson, ZNZ, Danny S, Suparts, Essa, GB Love, then we got Tony C, Brian Miller, Danny VO. On Therapeutic University, Sumath and Gimper. Hello, Ola! And lastly, we got Rod. He jumped in here last second.
What's up, bro? So Brooklyn State of Mind said, hey, fellas, new sub here. By the way, thank you. We appreciate that. Great content. Thank you again. Question for each one of you. What are your top 5 coins for the upcoming bull run? I'll give you my 3. I like Polygon, I like Flow, and I like Near Protocol. And so those are my 3. I'm not saying you should go buy them on your own. But I've been following those. I have a bag. I haven't sold it. What are your Rob? What's your 3 faves?
So I would default straight to Ethereum Cardano
come on, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you want the juicy picks, I'm a big fan of Hedera Hashgraph. I think. And this is why I'm saying this, is because institutions were using Solana. And if Solana takes a step back here with this whole FTX situation, if they are to take a step back, somebody's going to take a step forward, right? And who is running? Who is a partnership with corporations with as a layer one, smart contract platform? Who would kind of fill the shoes of massive throughput smart contracts than Hedera, right? That would be let's just say
You got
let's just
Algorand, you got
say
Hedera,
theoretically.
and these are ISO 20022 to whatever the hell that is. They're compliant tokens as
Yeah,
well.
but Hedera's probably the most scalable in compared to the other layer ones. The one that has the most throughput underneath Solana, right? Don't you kind of agree?
Yeah, and by the way, real quick.
And they got a lot of big partnerships with.
Real quick. If you're a Hedera fan, we had an exclusive interview on our live stream with Mance Harmon, the co-founder of Hedera and Swirl Labs.
Yeah.
So go check that out after the stream. It was a really good interview. Guys, obviously, the three I gave, I hold XRP, I hold Bitcoin, I hold ETH, I hold Cardano. The only thing in the top 10 I don't hold is BNB, and then that's pretty much it. And I don't really hold any Solana either. But so outside of that, for me, Polygon's a big one for me. And you constantly seeing Polygon as soon as they went carbon negative or carbon net neutral or whatever the term is. You just saw an influx of enterprises, businesses, people that are ESG, want to stay ESG compliant, whether you believe that's BS or not. It is something that sways these investment firms, these hedge funds to invest money in projects. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, probably going to go on for another maybe 5-10 minutes. Oh, Quant,
There's
love
one person
Quant
I want to give a big shout out. Big shout out is to Stereo 2. This is our producer and business partner, Rocco. He's another face to Sin City Crypto.
See.
He's on our live shows.
Also,
if you guys come check out our live shows, you'll get exposure to the Don.
Also, big shout out to Mike W, $5 super chat. Thank you, love the content, and our main man, Brokyoshi, gifted 10 Sin City Crypto memberships. So Cliff Smith said HBAR isn't a blockchain technically. Yeah, you're right. Technically, they're not. BNB exchange coins. Yeah. But I was actually corrected by Mance. I was on the assumption that the Hashgraph consensus was still patent protected, but it is not. I know that was one big thing that people had an issue with HBAR is, hey, the ethos of crypto, we're open source, we help each other out, we're new, we're building, and you got this Hashgraph, which you're saying is amazing, and you got it closed off to everyone else. So, yeah, we'll maybe take one or two more questions, and we'll kind of wrap this thing up, guys. So if you have any questions, let us know. Throw it in the chat. You guys should do more live streams at night. If we can, we will. HBAR going to the moon next bull run. Charlie Mack, what's up? Michael James Regan Matic. Yes, love Matic. Also love
shout out Cool Breeze, Low Profile, TJ, Kelly Boy, Brooklyn, State of Mind, Ola Art. This is about the best freaking name ever. And then Michael James Reagan. Ola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. It's also Ola Art with the without the H.
So who's GF Burke? GF Burke said who's taller? Obviously me. Obviously. 94 Clips said, do y'all use cold wallets like Ledger to just hold crypto long term? Yes, I have a Ledger, I have a Trezor, but I prefer using Ledger. It's just more user friendly. The interface is a little better. What do you guys think about Casper? I don't know too much about Casper. I'm not sure if Rob does or not, but
Casper, it's a layer one smart contract platform. Has a pretty cool team. The founders is a lady, and so I think there's a lack of women leadership when it comes to blockchains.
100%.
They got some big partnerships. They had one of the biggest ICOs ever when they launched back in early 2020. So yeah.
Okay.
We're still gonna do a deep dive on that. So.
Yeah. Chef Goldblum said, "How'd you get Michael Saylor back on the stream?" That's a good question. We don't know. If you don't know what he's talking about, we did a special Halloween stream where Michael Saylor joined our show. Make sure you go check that out too. So, Yeah, so someone mentioned we're getting a breather in the crypto market. Yeah, so Bitcoin is up almost 1% over the last hour, closing in on 20K again. Polygon is back up over $1.10 at $1.12. Solana is back in the top 10, up 4%. Biggest gainer over the last hour is Solana coming, or sorry, BitDAO is up 10%. FTT token is at $16.88, and the Solana at $27. So if you're arbitrage or you leverage traded, you made some nice money on Solana. So
Where do you think? Where do you think we're gonna wake up and see FTT token? What do you think?
right around this level.
And chat. Where do you guys think? Let's get the consensus. You know what? Here. You give an answer. I'm gonna throw up a poll real quick, and then that'll be our closing poll.
Just I would say right around 15, 16, anywhere between 16 and $20. That's my thing. I definitely don't think it's going to cross over $22. I mean, who the hell is buying it, right? But I do think they can, kind of stop the slide here, and keep the token price inflated, keep it above $15. I definitely think that's possible. It's at $17 right now, so $10, $12. When you wake up, $10, maybe. I don't know. I'm more worried about Solana, to be honest with you guys. If it does dip, they will. Yeah, they will. FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, they will do everything in their power to prop up the FTT token, and if that means liquidating all their Solana, I think that's what they'll do. So I'm a little more worried about Solana and what price they'll be at going into the morning. So we'll see. Bitcoin still below 20K. Yes, it is. And you know what? Let's take a look at what Bitcoin is doing over the last 5 minutes here. All right, so just gonna go ahead and share my laptop here, guys. So we are seeing Bitcoin. This is the 5-minute chart on Bitcoin. We did kind of bounce up from this 19.3 level, steadily making higher highs. 19,800 is where we're at. Bitcoin swapping over to FTT token. That is making a comeback as well. Over the last 20 minutes, we have seen it move from up around about $16 to $17.33 now. So it looks like for the moment, the bleeding has stopped. And same thing with Solana, guys. Solana is moving back up. If I'm to swap over to the 5-minute chart, guys, this range I was talking about, this $19 to $26 range, it dipped in here briefly. And we saw we bounced right back over it, retested on the 5-minute, and now we're sitting at $28, pretty much on the nose. Let me get rid of my double screen here. So, guys, I think we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I put the poll out, so maybe let them know what to expect when they watch our show in the morning. Because and you guys, you don't have to catch it live, so you can always we stream every day during the daytime. So most of everything we talked about today, we talked about earlier today. So if you found value in what you watched today, if you watch tomorrow, tomorrow's gonna be good, man. Are you excited about tomorrow's show?
I am excited about tomorrow. Oh, we have Miss Teen Crypto joining us tomorrow.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah. And then, we bring guests on all the time. We have fun. So we're, the whole premise behind Sin City Crypto is, Sin City, entertainment capital of the world. We are an entertainment-focused crypto channel. We like to have fun. We like to give our opinions. We like to fight each other. Physically, not yet, but I'm sure that day will come one day. But verbally, we do get into a lot of disagreements, but just a great show. We have fun. We try to keep our eye on the community, really keep that in like central vision for us is our community. We want to build a badass community, a together community. I mean, I've been in crypto for a while. I mean, I've never seen a community that is so giving, that is so friendly, that is so helpful. We have a lot of fun together. So we'd love for all the new people that are here now who found us at a time we usually don't stream. We'd love for you guys to come join us as well. And if the time is bad for you guys, whether you're overseas or whatever the case may be, we might just do Monday stream or night streams on maybe Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays. Who knows? So, yeah.
Yeah,
FTT is
and
already
then
up 8%.
lastly, final shout out, and then we'll talk about the poll. If you guys haven't, there's a poll in the chat. Go. We want to see what you guys are thinking here. So we got Sashin Parker, the one, Joe Kamak, and then we got Carrie R. Panspermia. I love the name Panspermia, bro. You know what that means, David? I'll
Panspermia.
tell you. Yeah, Panspermia.
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 Okay.
Yeah, it's the concept of life spreading through asteroids. Anyways, and then you got Mr. Leader Gary, Uncle Fester, Rudy Pace, Carrie. I already said Carrie, and then Jeff Auto Service, and then Jack Mendoz. So yeah, man, welcome. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Yeah, go check us out, man. Cause we gotta end this thing because I got some food downstairs that have been neglecting. And
No one cares
I've been,
about your food. All right, we're ending the poll. Looks like 89 of you voted. 50% of you believe that FTX will stay over or will not stay over $14. 40% say it will, and 11% say it will go to zero. Don't think
tomorrow. That's crazy.
Yeah, don't think it's going to zero, but you never know. Anyways, you guys, that'll do it for the stream tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. We did hit an all-time high in viewership here at Sin City Crypto. So we tomorrow will open up the club. So make sure to join us. If you're not,
yeah.
We do have a Discord. So go ahead and I will actually drop. Let me do this before we sign off. Let me drop our Discord link for you guys. Hang tight. I'm going to drop our Discord link. By the way, it is a community-ran Discord. So Sin City Crypto in Discord is Marky Mark, one of our whale members here. So there we go. Discord link is in. I will go ahead and pin the message for you guys. Jump into our Discord. We pop in there every once in a while. Community is always in there, so like to have a lot of fun. But anyways, on behalf of myself and Rob, thank you guys so much. We love you. We look forward to seeing the majority of you back tomorrow. And then, we'll see you guys then. Take care. Bye.
Later. Peace.